I'm ready. Long day, but it is what it ought to be. You feel me? Dana, I got an update.
I'm afraid to ask.
Brickgate update. Did you see the
Okay.
up? Did you see the update?
No.
So there was a nurse, and maybe somebody watched more clips than me. But the heifer that allegedly got hit in the face with the brick, the nurse of like the urgent care she went to said that they removed saline from her face and just I guess suctioned it out. So apparently, what was said was she injected some saline in her cheek, ran across the street talking about somebody hit her with a brick, whatever the case is, and then she went to the little doctor. You know when she had the videos,
Yeah.
and had it removed essentially. This is also her second time. Like, remember Omac was saying,
Yeah.
where she got like 10 G's from the first time. Same thing, had a lump on her face, talking about a man punched her in the mouth or some shit. And then this time, she scammed y'all, black women, for $40,000. Now, does she deserve a fucking brick in the face?
No. No. I still stand by what I said.
Wait, hold on now. Hold. I'm talking about. Let me, sis. I could tell how serious sis face is. She heard what I said clearly. Sis, she scammed y'all. And I'm gonna throw this in for you, sis, because I know how much this stuff irritates you at a point. She was Somalian, sis. Scammed you guys. I think Gway donated.
No, I didn't.
No, Dana.
No,
Oh, my
I
bad.
did not.
I thought I seen your phone. I don't know. You know.
No.
Dana donated. Roe was picketing. $40,000, sis.
Actually,
she now 42. Go, you gonna rub it?
Wow. I didn't believe her story.
Hold on, Ro. You were missing last week. Sis, now does she deserve a brick in the face or what? Huh? Oh, we can't hear you. Ro, what you think? Did you get the playback on all that?
Yep, I didn't believe her.
But now with all this scamming and all that, how you feel about it?
I feel like she need to be locked up.
Word? What would the charge be?
Well, falsifying. Well, first of all, she can get locked up because she got GoFundMe. So even though GoFundMe, that's still fraud by lying. They locked up the little white lady for that cancer. She lied and said she had cancer and she had a GoFundMe. She can get locked up for that. That's fraud.
Caesar's Palace with the $5. We need all the ladies to apologize to black men for coming at us for Brickgate. I'm looking at you, Dana, before we move on to other topics, or you don't care.
Wow.
I don't care. I'm not apologizing.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You know they say pride go before destruction.
That's what they say.
But what about the men that were celebrating and talking about some?
Thank you.
You know, and then the comments were so right.
What about the liar first?
We talked about that already.
You didn't talk about it. Go ahead. What about the liar first? And you weren't here last week. You talked about absolutely nothing in terms of this, actually.
Last week, you're right. I did not. We're not going to read.
Okay. Go ahead.
But I watched the replay. And what I'm saying about her.
No. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
See, you ain't listening. What I said about her is that she's trash. She's dead wrong for that. Like she has mental health issues. Okay. Like she has mental illness, right? Mm-hmm. However, who also has a mental health issue and illness are all the men that were sitting there saying Brick City, Brickgate, and she deserves it. And some women deserve it and this and that. They have mental health issues too. Because they're like celebrating her getting hit in the face with a brick.
What would their mental health be?
Violence, egregious violence.
Huh?
You heard I said.
What do you mean? You saying those men are violent because they were talking that she got what what y'all kept saying? Fucked around and found out.
I didn't say that last week, but
No, that's what you weren't on the show last week, Dana.
I know.
I mean,
y'all.
So, no, you guys were saying fucked around and found out. You saying they have mental health issues because they were saying she found out?
No, I'm saying they have mental health issues. They were celebrating her getting hit. There were men in the comments that were celebrating her getting hit in the face. They thought it really happened. That's what I'm talking about, that piece of it.
Tell me about one of the celebration comments. Like, how do you perceive celebration comments? What did they say?
A lot of these females deserve it. So it was like a whole movement. It seemed like it was like an undercurrent of a movement in which men felt, hitting a woman in the face with a brick was okay. And it was like a celebration somewhat. What
about the because there were more comments that said they didn't support her getting hit in the face with a brick, but at the same time, your conduct, you don't control your repercussions. What about the comments that said overwhelmingly a brick was too far?
I agree with them. A brick was too far.
But what I'm saying is more of the men's comments said that than what you're saying.
What I'm saying is I'm talking about the men who actually said it. Forget the men that didn't say
comments, right? You said comments.
Right, but there's a myriad of comments. So the comments I'm honing in on were those men had mental illness, mental health issues that were celebrating it. Those that didn't say she deserved it and were celebrating it, of course I'm not talking about them. I'm honing in on that subset of men that believed that it was actually funny, it was good, and whatnot. That's what I'm talking about them.
You think it was a minority or majority of men?
Honestly, I think it was a minority. I didn't see a lot of them. But there were a number of them, but they weren't a majority.
It was the same ones over and over for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think it was a lot of them.
Hank was popping. Hank was at $2. I hope Dana is sober tonight.
Not likely.
Hey, one of the moderators, please post Hank's YouTube channel in the chat if you don't mind. Omac was good. Welcome back, bro. Omac with the $10. Dana needs to apologize to all the men. Dana was drunk, unruly, and completely unprofessional. Good God. If the roles were reversed, the Dana would be demanding and the Dana would be demanding an apology.
Not likely.
But why not though? What if you dead wrong though?
Because if I were dead wrong, I would apologize. I feel like the responses that I was offering last week were, I mean, this is just such a sensitive topic. It's such a serious topic. And the fact that there were so many men who were making light of it and condoning violence against women, like the gloves come off at that point. So if I did do something that I felt remorseful for, I would apologize, but I don't feel bad for anything that I said because it was in response to people condoning women getting hit in the face with bricks. And I'm not going to get back into it again, but I don't feel bad about it. Sauced or not.
Caesar with the $2. Hamp. Dana still want black men to protect her. Shaking my head. I was trying to get back to this. Maybe somebody got something to say about the fucking woman. So, Matt Pearson with the $2. Damn, ain't nobody turned up about the lie.
Wow.
We talked about it. We did. We said she was trash.
Not enough yet. You talked about what you wanted to talk about. You chose to focus on the comments, so that's done.
No, but I answered the question about.
Right, I'll come back to you, but you focused on the comments is the point, right? You could have focused on the woman, but you addressed the woman quickly, and then you honed in on the comments. So that was what you wanted to talk about. That's all.
I addressed both.
Gway, what say you? Brickgate update scammer.
I mean, I saw all the videos that came out. Actually, she had three. She have had three GoFundMe, not two. Yeah, they dig all the way back. The internet was able to find all her GoFundMes, and she even came out in rebuttal to like showing like hospital documents or police report, but you couldn't really see the police report. And they were trying to get the police report, but there was no police report filed. So they didn't know like what she was showing online, if it was the same as, she was telling the truth, because they couldn't find a police report because it's public document. You can pull that. But she was showing some other document on her social media, and stuff, and saying that she did file a police report, but it just said police report. It didn't say anything. She didn't show anything else on the paperwork. Not the date, not the time, none of that stuff. So I mean, from the get-go, I didn't believe what she said. And I think this happened in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Some people said Texas.
I thought it said Texas.
It was in Texas, okay, but I think she's from Minnesota and she went to Texas, or something like that. But I think she originally from Minnesota, because there's a huge Somalian population here where we live in Minnesota. Okay. Yeah,
she didn't have a Southern accent, that's for sure. Like she doesn't.
So I think she moved from here there, because I think her parents still live over here, in Minnesota. Yeah, there's a huge Somalian population over here. So I mean, I didn't believe the story from the start, because nobody deserved to get hit with a brick or anything. But I think the most part that people wasn't addressing is her behavior. Before it got to the brick hitting, there was things that she did that led up to that. So if you address the behavior, then she wouldn't have to worry about getting attacked or anything like that. But she's slapping people. She said she don't need a man, on her social media page over and over. She said women are the protector and stuff like that. So if women are your protector, why were you saying that men should protect you then? Because she said that over and over on her social media page, But I think that Black women are it's like they're more emotional than logic thinkers. Everything is based off emotion, and when you're like that, people can fool you easily. That's happened with the Carly Russell situation. That happened with Rada.
Question. Now, when you say Black, is it a capital B, or are you talking about just melanated women that look like everybody on the panel?
In general, because there was even Africans that were online, like going off in my community, in other African communities, saying how it was wrong, they shouldn't have did that, and stuff like that. And then there was some African women who were saying, well, what did she do? Because like in our community, that's the first question they ask. What did you do? Because they want to know if they're gonna have to defend you or not. Yeah. So I think it's just everybody in general. So I don't think her doing all of this for the attention. And she's a PhD student, so she don't need to do all of this for the money. She actually is a PhD student.
Well, she might be trying to save her for them goddamn loans. Ro, what'd you say?
And I think that's why she's doing it.
So she didn't say everybody first. She said Black women think with emotion. So the reality is, when we see another woman, another sister, another brown, Black woman in pain or anguish, our first thought is to be nurturing, not emotional. It's a difference.
So Ro, you're saying, go ahead.
I disagree. I think most of the time it's emotion.
People move if you want to, but the reality is, many of us have seen mothers, grandmothers, not a lot of our friends, but some of our friends, some of our associates be in abusive relationships, be with abusive parents, be with abusive fathers, mothers. So at the end of the day, not slave owners. So it is not about emotion. It's about
that would be
it is, but it's not. It's a natural, it is a instinctive thought to be a nurturer and think about, why did she first of all get hit? Her face looks crazy. So at the end of the day, my first thought is, oh, she running a scam. My first thought is, damn, what happened to her face? And then when she says, I got hit with a brick, this man hit me with a brick. Now, those of us that don't know, I don't know if y'all ever see somebody get hit with a brick. It doesn't look like that. It's not going to fall like that.
No, it will leave abrasion. It will leave bleeding. It will leave a brick. It's very hard.
That's why I didn't believe her. So at the end of the day, our first instinct is not necessarily, oh, I'm emotional and I'm going to support her no matter what. We're nurturers by nature. So
let me just ask a question before you go too far down the rabbit hole. So, Ro, you mentioned several things that were traumatic. So abuse, slavery, the whole 9 yards. So if people are coming from traumatic experiences and they have PTSD, their responses are going to be emotionally triggered based on what they'd experienced. That's not instinctive.
I'm saying here, overall, cultural wise, we have seen these images throughout our life. No matter if it's been done to us or not. We've seen it. We've seen Kizzy get raped. We've seen pictures
I
of
know, I know, I
what
know,
I'm
I
trying
know.
to say is it is a natural instinct for us to be nurturing to what we see. It is
What if you didn't see those things?
if we
Would you
didn't
still
see
have the
if
same response?
no, if we didn't see her face and we just
No,
heard
no,
about this.
listen to what I'm saying. You named all these traumatic experiences that cause black women to respond in a certain way. I'm saying that is nothing but emotional based on what happened to you or the people around you. So what I'm saying is if you didn't have those experiences, would you still have the same response? If you say yes,
Yeah,
now that's instinctive and that
yes,
could be nurture.
yes, I would still have that. I would still have that nurturing ability to want to attend and see what happened and how we can assist her. That's just it. But again, I didn't believe her from the get go because
Yeah.
I've seen somebody hit with a brick, and that's not the way your face forms up.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, because I just feel like I'm not disagreeing with your point. Just real quick for Ro, I'm not disagreeing with your point, Ro, but your examples kind of work against it because it's saying we learned this because of all these bad things.
I think it's no different, Hemp, if we see a child running in the street and the car is coming, or if we see, or the picture last when COVID was happening, where the old white man was pushed down by the police officer. I had a natural reaction to that, not because I'm old, but because it was an elder being pushed down. I think for me, I think for most black women in general, it is a natural instinct to care.
Okay, I got you. Tay, you weren't on last week. Wait, did you want to say something in response to
Yeah,
what?
I was gonna say it's still most of the people that was online, especially for black women that was online that was like mad. It wasn't because they look at her face and thought logically that that could not be a break hitting her face, because if you see what a break look like and imagine that on somebody's face, it doesn't look like that. So they were moving off emotion. They wasn't moving based on nurture or anything like that because they didn't know what happened. She just said what happened. And everybody chose to believe her instead of asking or looking at her face and saying, well, no, that don't look like a break. Hit your face at all. So the general didn't ask the question. Everybody just took her side because she said that. And you notice she didn't blame like Somali, because I think they said the guy was Somalian. So she didn't blame the African guy for hitting her face. She blamed Black Americans for hitting her face. Because she know that if she probably tried to blame that community, the consequences will be very not good for her. So it was wrong what she did, because she kind of put all of them in a category as being abusive and bad and just like, people who are just animals.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dana.
Gway, per usual, I respectfully disagree.
Go ahead, Dana.
Sis. This is the issue for me. Okay, so before I get into my point, let me just say, if this was false, if this was made up, she's absolutely dead wrong. She doesn't deserve defense. She doesn't deserve anything other than what she has coming to her. I'm not to say who that or what that is, right? But the fact of the matter is, the conversation that we were having was all of us being under the assumption that this was reality, that this actually happened. The conversation wasn't about whether it happened or not, whether we should believe her or not, and how we should then feel or treat the situation. We were operating, at least I was, under the assumption that this actually happened. And the comments that were being made were in response to this woman being hit in the face with a brick. It wasn't about, I don't believe her, or it was always, what did she do to provoke them? How did this lead up to this? This is her fault. She brought this on herself. So even if it never happened, even if this is just a hypothetical conversation, the comments were just so egregious and so disrespectful and disheartening, to be quite honest with you. But that just wasn't the conversation at the time.
I would say this, I'll repeat this again. I think culture probably play like roles in the way like different type of Black women behave based on like the way we were brought up and raised. In any situation, like the first question you ask is, what happened? That would be the first question you ask. But she, being that people knew and been on her Instagram, there's a lot of people that know Rhoda because she always on Instagram, she always talking crazy, she a feminist and all of this stuff. So when you see something like that happen to somebody like that, you know, your major instinct is to say, what did she do? Because based on her characteristics is what you go off for, because you don't really know her, but what she put out there is the way that you're going to be judged. So what you give her,
we don't really know her, so isn't that speculation?
well, no, because you don't know her personally, what I'm saying, but based on what she posts on social media, you tend to kind of, you know,
I don't know that girl.
I mean, I don't know her, but I'm just saying, like, what you post on social media tells all who you are without us knowing. You know, that's why you see people are like seeing people in fancy cars and doing this and doing that. They're intrigued. They want their life to be that way, not knowing that that could be somebody else's car that they post. So what you put on social media is how people are going to judge you. And based on her characteristics that she had put on social media, that's what made a lot of men to not believe what she was saying. In saying that, what did she do? But most women just went off emotion in stating that, oh, it's black men fault, or they did this, they did that, or they did, you know, and stuff like that. So to me, I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, you agree with Dana in terms of a woman not getting hit with a brick,
yes.
Correct? All right, so that's what Dana, that was her whole sentiment the other night. So I'm not sure what you went back and researched or whatever. Now you're pulling other stuff and throwing it in and making it, you know, look a little better, because now you went back and got all this context when we were only shown a snippet of a video. So that's what we were responding to. You get what I'm saying?
When I was on the panel the last time and we talked, I said no woman deserves to get hit with a brick, but I also addressed her behavior. I didn't just say, oh, no woman deserves to be hit with a brick, because like if somebody brother and they got a gun and he got a brick, of course he's gonna either throw it something because they're gonna shoot. So I'm not saying that no woman in like
we agree
but
that
she
wasn't right.
What I'm saying is, you can say all women don't deserve to be hit with a brick. At the time, we're talking about her. So does she deserve to be hit with a brick? Maybe the reaction is no, you know. But what I'm saying is, nobody's addressing her behavior that caused her to be hit with a brick in the first place.
Okay, so let me. I want to ask real quick. I want to ask Love. Well, you want to go? You want to make a statement first, then I want to ask you a question. Go ahead.
You ask me a question.
Okay. Did we do? What do you think? Do you think it's immediately what happened to her, or what did she do? Like, what is the first thought?
I think the first thought is definitely what happened to her initially. That's the very first thought. What happened to her? Not what.
Okay. And I think that's probably correct for most people. Should that be the first thought? What you think? Like, what would, I guess my question, like, because I'm thinking of it, I'm just thinking of it objectively. Mm-hmm. Like, if somebody, like, I'd be like, what the fuck made somebody hit you with a brick? Like, that's kind of what I'd be like, yo, what the fuck did you do?
That's not my first thought.
Okay.
My first thought is,
at a video, you're looking at a woman crying essentially and saying she got hit with a brick. So you're like, damn, that probably hurt. I mean, you're naturally gonna first kind of
be empathetic.
Yeah, respond to that at first.
Okay, just because of the imagery.
Say, well, she's not bleeding. You might go into that after that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, right. Afterwards, your initial thought, you seeing her face like this. Oh my God, what happened? That's literally without even thinking twice. Majority of people are gonna sit there and say, "Oh my God, what happened?" That's not a normal thing on the side of your face.
Yeah. So Love, the video I played last week in Sis, they had more context. So remember, it had her slapping the white guy right first, and then the brick thing, the alleged, obviously false brick thing. Did that make a difference when you saw the image? Like, were you like, oh shit, well, this shit makes sense for her lifestyle type shit? Like, there's something like that happened to her.
To be very honest with you, I saw that video of her face, the snippet of her face first. I didn't see the video of her slapping the white guy first. I saw her.
No, my bad. What I'm saying is the video I played was in that order. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. I when I actually first saw for the very first time. Yeah. So when I looked at the video that you put up, when I looked at the replay, that snippet, like it was 20 minutes, I was like, honest to God, when I saw it, I said, dang, she messed with the wrong dude and he hit her. That's what when I saw that, I said, oh, she messed with the wrong dude and he hit her in the face with a brick. That's what I thought when I saw the whole thing as opposed to when I first saw it. I'm like, because I mean, you can deduce what happened after you see the whole video. I deduced, she was doing that. She slapped the dude, started twerking. And then next thing I saw from your clip was her face like that. She was crying. And she said, he hit me with the brick, if I remember correctly, right? Did she not say that? Okay.
Yeah, she said brick, then she said rock, and then she wasn't.
Okay.
You weren't even crying.
He said, but the point she said, he hit me, right? Did she not say? Okay. So that's my deduction. Like she was messing around, playing too much, and some man, because she said he hit her with the brick. That was my deduction after the fact.
Yeah, I got you. Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. What's her diagnosis? I think this was a while ago, Adrian, when you were first talking.
Right, I said she had a mental illness. Yeah, I said she had a mental illness. I said she has mental illness. Obviously, if she's going around scamming folks and sitting there lying, and first of all, inject yourself in the face with saline. What kind of pain tolerance for pain do you have? She's nuts, to be very honest with you. If that's really what happened, I don't know. I wasn't there. But that's crazy.
Fraud.
That's it.
She's crazy.
She's been fraud.
Pathological liar. That's her diagnosis. Pathology.
That's an easy 40 for some saline. That ass.
40,000.
Yeah, that's an easy 40. If somebody said, "Yo, hemp, I could," and I'm gonna take it out in 6 hours, I would do it for 40 grand. Shit.
You would?
Why not?
You're crazy too. That's not normal.
I'm a boy though. That shit don't matter. Like if I got my shit, I'm like, yeah, I got beat up. Oh.
Well, then I'm gonna call you pathological liar too. Like this going on, I don't like liar. I hate liars. So doing that.
If somebody inquired, I'll just if they told me, yo, you got to walk around with 40K, you can't tell niggas you doing it, and I got to make up something. That shit ain't about nothing.
It's crazy. Shit. It's still crazy to me. Like I said, her behavior was nuts. Sit there and lie twice, as Gway, I'm sorry, Gway says
three
times, lying about that. They just GoFundMe. It's like the PPP scammers. They crazy too.
Well, them niggas is locked. Matthew Pearson with the $5 super chat. If someone wants to hurt her now because she stole from them, it's understandable.
What's he talking about? Wait. Okay. Never mind.
When they donated to her, she stole from them essentially.
So if you believe she can get hit in the face with
a if I was feeling for her and I donated a G or something, and I'm like, oh, you was scamming. First thing would come to my mind was she need to get hit with a brick for real now, kind of.
So all them PPP scammers getting hit with bricks too. Like, I mean, there's scammers out in this world.
Yes, thieves should get hit with bricks, of course. That's regular shit.
I just want to make sure it's across the board, not just.
No, her. I'm talking about her. I'm not tiptoeing. I'm talking about her. If somebody donated a grand, I don't know who know what people's pockets are. It could have been somebody last 100 and they gave her 50. She gonna get bricked for that 50, bro. Real shit.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
You want to play? Now, here's how I really feel. I'm telling you, somebody gonna catch up to it. Omac with the $5. Dana, you were wrong, and you cussed me and other men. Everything I mentioned was facts as it was. A brick to the head and no blood is not possible. Unpopular truth with the $5. It's really crazy that y'all women think bad behavior deserves protection or consequences.
What is he talking? Well, what is unpopular truth talking about? Who said that?
Well, I think he's addressing the fact that nobody addressed her conduct and all it was what she shouldn't have gotten. When the truth is, I guess the truth is what she did to get to that point needs to be assessed and discussed.
We did. I think that we did on this panel. Like I don't.
But I guess it was also said that somebody should have jumped in for her too.
When tonight somebody said that?
No, last week.
Oh.
Nah, I do want to make a point though. So the fact that she's a con man or con woman, whatever, and she's been lying to people. Now I don't condone violence, but I will say that I don't like what it does for people who actually are in those predicaments. Because now you're lying, you're presenting something to people saying, oh no, I got beat on, feel sorry for me. And then, but what happens when a woman or a man, whatever, whoever actually goes through that? Then they're afraid to step up, and now you're crying wolf because you started this conversation, and now people don't believe us as a whole. Yes, I don't like that. That lying thing, that does something to me. It really grinds my gears.
Tay, to your point, last week, I asked the question: are women who don't have poor conduct going to be collateral damage because of shit like this?
Absolutely. Because when it does happen, then she crying wolf, or she deserved it. Like, no, she's really setting us back as a whole. And I don't think we're honing in on that part. We're just, fuck that. Like, she lied, okay. But now the real issue is when someone is telling the truth, are we going to believe them?
Yeah. Real shit. That was
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
$5. Wait, that's right. Keep it on that lying motherfucker. Fuck her. She trying to play on men. True Impact with the $10. Quay, she never said Black Americans. Those Somalian or African men you mentioned do no more than Black American men. Stop the cap. Wait,
I don't know what he means by that. Because if to say,
let me read it one more time. Because I don't understand. Gway, she never said Black Americans. Okay, those Somalian or African men you mentioned don't. What is this trying to say, Law? Do no more than Black American men.
He's trying to say that they
African
don't do more.
They abuse women just as much.
Yeah, they don't.
If not more.
Stop the cap.
You can get beef for your rice being cooked too damn hard.
That's what I was trying to say. I think he misunderstood.
Don't play either.
I was saying that she didn't blame the guy. They said he was Somalian. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true or not, but I guess they said the guy that hit her with a brick was Somalian. What I'm saying is she didn't blame them, and he's saying that because I said, she blamed Black American, because most Africans, when you say Black, we know they're talking about Black American. If she was to, she would have said the Somalian, as much as she away from her culture and all that stuff, some of those things are stay in her head. She would have actually said who it was. That's what I'm saying. She didn't blame them. She didn't blame the guy that hit her. She just blamed all Black men.
Okay.
You so focused on the wrong thing, girl.
What is that?
Yeah. Let me get through the super chats and then y'all can discuss. KP from the KC, what's popping? She pulled a Rosewood and y'all bought it.
Wow.
God damn, not a Rosewood. Good grief. Andre Miller with the $2. Andre was good. The Bible okayed stoning, so brick is light work.
Wow.
This is crazy. Lance Ray with the $10. Let's play scenario and say the act was true and a man hit a woman with a brick for not giving him her number. If you are okay with the man doing that, you are the problem. Last one I'm gonna read for right now. Savage recovered with the $5. Brick baby lied and females took her word for it just because she was a female. Crazy story never happened. Females don't lie and are made of only sugar and spice. Mike Brown with the $10. You all should be more upset with her. This make the men that you all want to step up and protect you even more numb to the idea of doing so, because it's better served to wait and find out the truth.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Dana.
Yeah, that's the point. We agree with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dana, you wanted to say something great, then we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
East, did you want a word on this? You on mute.
I said no, I'm over it. I'm over the conversation.
Let me get you out the middle, leaning on your hand, and sniffing this shit. Good grief.
I do.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Go ahead, Ratchet. Final word on this. We get out of this shit.
Dana, I caught hella strays for you in the comments. And definitely I feel like with the situation I was conflicted then. Now I'm just kind of like, I'm sorry, y'all, my voice is gone. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, it's a good thing that I kind of wasn't like, why didn't somebody hurry up and protect her? Because we didn't know exactly what happened. And whoever says she has a mental illness, I second that. Because who does that? And I feel like it's a unwarranted attack on Black men. Like, what's up with this gender war? Like, this shit needs to stop. That's all I had to say, y'all.
You need a motherfucking throat lozenge too.
I'm drinking some tea, y'all. I had a weekend. Okay.
Yeah, tea ain't doing shit for you. You got to stop drinking that. See, you drinking the tea that tastes good. You got to drink the shit that don't taste good. That's the problem. Caesar's Palace. Let me get through these last super chats because they pertain to this topic real quick. Caesar's Palace with the $5. Women put all men into one box for what the small percent do wrong. Can men hold women accountable for what a small percent do wrong also? He one again, that's the taste. Well, I don't know. Is it a small percent? We're gonna figure that out. That's actually something it might be Caesar's Palace. It may not be a small percent. These heifers might be fucking up overwhelmingly. Damn. Savage Red Recovery with the $5. Dana, let's hope the booze don't kick in till after the stream.
Thank you for being a fan.
Still low key 21 with the $5. Last week, any man with questions was immediately portrayed as a bitch. Do any of the ladies feel differently now? KP?
Nope.
Simp and ladies need to apologize to black men. Damn. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. And we out.
Bye.
Peace.